Hey, it's Dr. Henkel here. So I wanted to go over the assignments that you need to do for week 4. So I'm in Moodle, and here's where it all starts. So I will have the video is there. It's always going to be at the top of where learning activities start to kind of go over the assignments for y'all. So your first assignment is a forum, and it's titled Quantitative and Qualitative Research. So after reading chapter 4 in your textbook, you'll see the differences between quantitative and qualitative research methods. For example, you read about the hypotheses and of quantitative studies, and in contrast to research questions for qualitative studies. Okay, so you've done that for both of them. After considering these differences, please discuss which method you are going to use for your problem statement that you created last week. So this is for the assignment of last week when you created your problem statement, and this is for your research project. So would you conduct a quantitative study, or is it going to be a qualitative study? So first tell me that, and then any details on why you chose that method. So just think about why we use quantitative measurements and why we use qualitative measurements, and I want you to list and explain that in this assignment. So your first initial post is going to be 250 to 350 words due Thursday by midnight. And then that will leave you enough time to interact with 2 of your classmates. And that response should be to their initial post. And please make that 50 to 100 words. You do not have to follow APA guidelines for that. Just type into the box and submit. It's a little bit more lax. Okay, so that's your first assignment. Your second assignment is practice writing purpose statement, research questions, and hypotheses. Okay, so you're going to practice writing your purpose statement. Remember, that's a sentence. And you're going to have your research questions and if you have a hypothesis, okay? So you're also going to write a directional hypothesis, a null hypothesis, and a non-directional hypothesis that would apply to the situation. So you're going to make sure that you include the study's participants, which is 2 classrooms of 5th grade students in Powell, Tennessee. Then your variables are given, and so your variable is for an intervention program and the reading achievement scores, which would be the outcome. Your control is Classroom B did not participate in the program and Classroom A did. You are going to make it a quantitative study that's comparative in nature. So you're going to adhere to the APA guidelines for this assignment, and I also want you to submit it as a Word document. So this is easier for me to give you feedback if it's in a Word document, so just go ahead and submit it like that. If you don't have Word, we can get you Word through the college. You should have it, so let me know if you don't, and I will help you get that resolved. So you're just going to practice writing a purpose statement, and then all the components are outlined for you there. So just use that and submit that, and then I'll give you feedback. Okay. Your next assignment is research questions for teacher stress. And that's right here. It's over the teacher stress articles that we've already used. So for those same 3 articles on teacher stress in week 1 and 2, identify the research questions in each one. If there's a hypothesis in any of the studies, list them as well. After identifying them, write a quick paragraph analyzing the questions and how they directed the study. You will write a paragraph for each article, turning in 3 paragraphs for the completed assignment. And then again, please adhere to your APA guidelines for this assignment and turn it in a Word document. Okay, your next assignment, number 4 on the list, is called this is for your course project, for your research proposal. You're going to actually write your research questions for your proposal. So expanding on the research problem statement submitted in week 2, write 2 to 4 research questions for your research proposal. You can submit them in a list format. These questions are an initial draft, so I do expect some changes to happen. They're not going to be perfect the first time. I'll give you feedback on that. You do not have to resubmit them once you apply the feedback that I give you. Just do the edits that I suggest, and then you will incorporate that into your final project when you turn it in at the end of the semester. And then also, please make sure that you submit that as a Word document as well. We're going to streamline and make everything just Word documents. I like that a lot better. And then pay attention how I re-save your assignment. Whenever you save your assignment, put your name and then put the title of the assignment and then a 1. And then when I go in and I open it up and I give you feedback, I will save it as the same thing that you put, except I'll change the number 1 to a number 2. So that when you go in and make your edits, you will save it again as number 3. And that way we can see the progression and we don't lose a bunch of work in case something like that happens, because it does happen. Your next assignment is number 5. This is just for your weekly reflection. It's the same that we've been doing, and here's weekly notes, your 6th assignment. And then your last assignment is a review quiz. So that's the same concept as when you took your other quiz. You'll be able to take it more than once, and it will average all of the attempts together to give you your final score. So if you didn't do too well the first time, feel free to retake it as many times as you need until you feel like you've learned the content. You are allowed to use your book on those. Please feel free to have an open book quiz on that, okay, guys? So if y'all have any questions, shoot me an email or text me. I'm going to get up to date on grading everything. I don't like to be behind, so I do apologize for that. I, just been spending every extra moment with my sister at the hospital. So thank y'all for understanding, and I will start getting those lined out for y'all. So just be keeping an eye out on your inboxes. All right, guys. Happy studying. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.